All right, good morning, everybody. This is Various Smith, and welcome to Saturday School. I would like to greatly apologize because I'm actually almost 30 minutes late. So, any person who's sane would probably say that after the holidays, you shouldn't be doing some type of event or anything like that. Well, I guess I proved myself, to be one of those people who just says, okay, regardless of whatever happens, we're still going to do Saturday school. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of a difficulty getting into gear this morning, so I'm a little bit late. However, we're still going to do this. End time still going to be at 10:30. Sorry for this being late, but it's going to be recorded. It's a video, so you can go back to the video and you can watch the tricks and tips that are left on the video. Going to be archived on YouTube. And welcome to Saturday School. So thank you for joining. And to begin, I'm going to make some quick announcements. I make these announcements every week, and this week just not going to be any different. And so I will share my screen with you. Where will I go? Okay, so I'll go here and share my screen with you. And first and foremost, here's our Twitter account, twitter.com/inland or IEWP. You can actually come and follow us here on Twitter, and this is where we'll tweet out things for you to hear and see and watch. Even the Saturday School is tweeted out every week. The next thing I would like to show you is going to be our Facebook group. Inland Empire WordPress Meetup meets up every week. I'm sorry, we meet up every week for Saturday School on Saturdays, but we also meet up in person every month. Every month, the first of the month. The next meetup is coming. It's going to be on the 5th. So you can join us at the Inland Empire WordPress meetup on the 5th. I'm just going to make a quick announcement. Hey guys, Saturday School. Yes. Come join Saturday School. Blah, blah, blah. And there's a link right there for the Google Hangout. But instead of putting the Google Hangout link, I will actually put the actual Saturday School page there. Boom. All right. So we'll see who joins us. This is our group. This is where we meet when we're not actually meeting. So you can check us out here. We also have a Facebook page. If you go to facebook.com/Inland Empire WP, you can like us here on Facebook. So we got the Twitter page, we got the Facebook group, we got the Facebook page as well. All of these places where you can encounter the Inland Empire WordPress Meetup group, get educated, and get yourself some knowledge. That's right. So check us out, follow us, and become social with us. So those are the first few announcements. Next announcement I would like to make is a resource called WordPress TV. If you do not, if you would like to learn more about WordPress, learn more about the WordPress community, check out WordPress.tv. And this is a great resource because there are tons of topics, and these are all live presentations of some sort of people in the WordPress community who are doing things, moving the technology along, running their lives and businesses, running their businesses through WordPress. So check out WordPressTV.org. While I'm at it, WordPress also holds a yearly, they hold, WordCamps year-round. And here in California, we have several WordCamps. There's one in Los Angeles currently. There's one in San Diego coming up soon. There are, WordCamps that are happening everywhere. You can actually come here to this website, WordCamp Central, and find out more about it. By the way, any of the videos that are here on WordPress TV, well, most of the videos here on WordPress TV are actually coming from WordCamps, different WordCamps around the world. So this is what's great about it. You got San Francisco, you got, just all across the world. They got WordCamp Europe. The ones that are coming up now are going to be WordCamp Paris, WordCamp Norway, and WordCamp Miami. So those are some really amazing opportunities for you to get together with the people who are driving the tech, the core contributors, and then also a lot of just developers, which is very, very cool. I love WordCamps. I've been to, quite a few of them over the last couple of years, and like I can tell you that until you go to a WordCamp, like you really have not experienced the WordPress community until you go to a WordCamp. So there's that announcement. You might want to check out WordCamp and the actual WordCamp community as well. So without further ado, I'm trying to think of any more announcements. Oh yeah, that's right. One more announcement. If you are not watching the broadcast or able to participate in the broadcast weekly, you can actually come here to this page. This is the Inland Empire WordPress, website. So come check us out here, inlandempirewp.com. And this website is where you can come watch Saturday School. And if you're in the group, then eventually, I want to get this flowing to where we can get people on the broadcast on a regular basis. However, because being after a holiday and me coming a little bit late today, it's a little rushed. And so either way, I still wanted to get this Saturday School up and going. So you can check out the Saturday School here, inlandempirewp.com/Saturday School. And I guess with all of that said, we're going to review what we talked about last week, and then we will move into the lesson for this week. It's 9:34, and so I'm going to go ahead and pull up our WP theme setup guide. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the WP theme setup guide. This is something I've been going through every week and covering, with you guys here on Saturday School on the broadcast. I'm going to close some of these announcement tabs while this loads. Oh, one other announcement. I don't know if I made this announcement, but if you come to meetup.com/Inland Empire WP, then you can find out all about every event that we have in the Inland Empire. So that is the place to go to find out about our events. And we have an event coming up this January 5th. And this is the one where we're meeting up. So I want you to make it out. I don't want you to miss it. It's going to be January 5th, downtown Riverside at 3976 Market Street in Riverside, California, at a place called Riverside IO. If you just go to their website, riverside.io, then you'll find out more about the meeting place that we actually meet at. It's a really cool spot. It's a co-working / hacker space located in the heart of downtown Riverside. There's a picture of what it looks like on the inside. And you know, we're very grateful to have this spot to meet up for WordPress because it's a nice gig. And you know, you join us, it's free. It's a free meeting. It's a free meetup. This month of January is going to be a super awesome meetup. And we're going to be talking about goals for the new year. And, you know, we'll have some special presentation to go with that. And so hope to see you there. January 5th, first Tuesday of the month. We meet the first Tuesday of every month, so it's not going to change. Check us out, Riverside IO. All right, so here we go. Going back to our theme setup guide, let's see where we were. The last time that we did, I will actually share a different portion of my screen with you guys because I want to give this its own. I want to give this its own screen, and so I'll set it up briefly, and then we will actually begin. Here we go. Get my workspace set up. So the last time that we actually did meet, we got to the place of covering sidebars, and we also covered a little bit about let's see, short codes. We actually hadn't gone into short codes and widgets, so excuse me, we covered menus, excuse me, covered headers. The setup guide is at the place of, I think, featured images. And here we go. All right, so all right, and we are using desktop server to build our site, to build our website. So I'll share my screen here. This is the new window. All right, share here. All right, so what we were using is desktop server to build our site, and the website was saturdayschool.dev here. So today we're going to talk a little bit about, no, not post metadata, headers. sidebars and widgets. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to talk about sidebars. We're going to talk about widgets, talk a little bit about that, and then media sizes. Okay, so those are probably going to be two topics to take us through to the final few videos of Saturday School. And then we're going to begin the rotation again, or actually build out an entire site in one day for you. So right now we're talking a little bit about sidebars and widgets. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again if I haven't. Place where you can go to get most of your information regarding WordPress, and that will always give you a lot of great info. It's going to be codex.wordpress.org. codex.wordpress.org. This is the best place to get lots of info. But there, as I said before, there really is a lot of information here. So the idea of what I'm showing you in Saturday School is that we're going to cut through the chase of all of the information that you normally have, because there's tons of information out there. I'm going to cut through the chase of that, and we're going to help you to understand in a sequential manner what needs to be done for you to get your theme you know, to the place where it's supposed to be, you know, the place that you maybe saw in the demo theme, to get it to look the way it should look. In order to get it to look the way it should look, you need to know a little bit of the basics. You need to know a little bit of the fundamentals about these themes. And so the best way that I can describe it without really having my theme setup guide actually at this place, because we've already surpassed the place of the content that I've created in this theme guide. So sidebars and widgets. Okay, so widgets are functionality that you can add to your website. Small pieces of code that they perform different functions. They're similar to plugins. However, most of the time, widgets will be placed in an area called a sidebar. If you are in the administrative area of your website, you can go to navigate to Appearance, Widgets. Appearance, Widgets. In this area, you will see every available widget that you have inside of your theme. And these widgets will vary based upon the types of plugins that you have installed on your website, and they will vary as well based upon sometimes the theme, which is probably not the best thing. So if a theme has widgets that come with the theme, usually that's not a great best practice of the theme developer. Just realize that these widgets that you see here, these little squares, there are some that are basic that fundamentally come with every theme, but then some are added in from different plugins. Okay, so last time we covered this sidebar on the child sample page, and we created an RSS widget. So this is the RSS widget that we created, and this is pulling in the RSS feed of this Saturday School website. And I mentioned that you can pull in any feed from any website and place them inside an RSS widget. And the widget that we use is called RSS. You can see this widget here. And each widget that you want to be active, you must drag here into a region called a sidebar. Now, sidebars are, areas of your theme that appear on the side of your main content. Sometimes they're on the side. There are also times where sidebars are in the footer of your theme, and that's sometimes you would call that a widgetized footer area. And this theme currently doesn't have a lot of widget areas. It only has one widget area option. So in order to demonstrate better, what I'll do is I'm going to install temporarily a better theme with more widget areas. So what I'm going to go to is Appearance Themes right now. And I'm going to do a search for a new theme. So I'll click on Add New. I have a lot of themes in here. And at the very end, we're just going to have to make a choice of one theme to pick. And once we go with that theme, then we're just going to develop the whole thing out. So there are a lot of themes. And as you go through the themes, as we mentioned in some of the previous ones, you can look at the details. You can see, a preview of what's like here in the, in the theme area. Let's see, there's a cool resume theme, expert theme. Let's just really quick, let's look at the popular themes really quick. I'm just going to turn these notifications off so that it won't bother us. Okay, Virtue theme. I'm familiar with this theme, so let's install it. Virtue theme is a really great theme. So we're going to activate it, and we'll go out and we'll see exactly what we have on the front of the website. I'll refresh that. Okay, so the new updated Virtue theme, we've got recommended plugins that they recommend. I'm just going to go ahead and install that really quick. So I'm going to install this Virtue/Pinnacle Toolkit. And then I'm going to return to the required plugins to install. I'm going to read this notice as well. Redux Framework notice. There are references to the Redux Framework support in your sites, in your configs, share icons argument. This is sample data. Please change and remove data before shipping your product. Okay, so we'll have to check that out if necessary. All right, so I'm going to close that up, and let's go to the dashboard. And this little nag keeps coming up. So let's see. We want to update this plugin momentarily. And then we will return to the dashboard. Okay. All right, so while I'm at it, I'm just going to go to the updates panel briefly, and I'm going to update that as well. So I guess this is a previous theme. It's just, you know, it's a little bit of a nag to see that sitting there. So I'm just going to click update themes and get that out of the way. All right. So it's updating the theme, not this current one, but previous one. And okay, from here, I'm going back to appearance widgets, and I will begin to look at what widgets we have. So this theme has 2 footer widgets. So we got footer column 1, footer column 2. And, you know, what I can do is I can place some of these previous widgets in the footer. So I can place the RSS feed in the footer, and then I could place the most popular posts in the footer as well. And we'll see how that changes the layout from what we once had. I refresh the page, and then I come here and I think about, okay, maybe it's the page template that's not allowing these widgets to show up. So I'll go to edit this page, and I will see which page templates are available here. We have the contact page, we have a feature with sidebar, full width, default, a blog. So on this sample page, let's just use the feature with sidebar template. Let's see what happens. Make sure these widgets show up. They should be showing up. And so we're going to see, because I just added 2 widgets to the footer. So they should be showing up in the footer. And if they're not showing up in the footer, then for some reason something's going on. Let's see. Okay, so nothing's showing up in the footer. All right. Okay, so why is nothing showing up in the footer? I will see. So I guess another part of, you know, getting your thing to look correctly is going to be troubleshooting. So here we have another one. We're just gonna add the social menu into footer column 1, and we'll say social menu. And let's see what happens. Go back out to the website. Okay, nothing there. Okay, now this may add a layer of complication, but I know what's going on. Under appearance, because I've activated a new theme, and this is something you may want to be aware of, and you should be wary of, is that whenever you activate a new theme, it brings in an entirely different paradigm of how a theme is supposed to work, because many people develop their themes differently. And this, okay, so this is important for you to know, because when people develop their themes differently, you got to be aware of all of the ways that a theme can be developed. The more recent or the more modern themes will give you the ability to control your theme via themes or appearance customize. Now, the more ancient theme we'll have something called theme options. And so theme options was the way for you to control the appearance of your theme before the customizer came along. So here we have an issue. It's not a big issue, but it's something to be aware of. You want to be aware of theme options, something called theme options underneath appearance. So if I click on theme options, I'm going to now discover why my footer did not show the widgets that I placed into it. Because there's an entire options panel that I have not even touched. So what I want to do, I want to go to this options panel, and I would like to begin adjusting things. I want to find out, how do I control the footer through this options panel? So here I go. On this page, first page, then I have my main settings, and I see something about footer widget layout. It shows it here, shows that footer widgets are here. However, that's just determining the layout. So the next thing I need to look for is, how can I get them to appear on the actual page? If I click here, I'm just going to save that. And first, after saving that, I'm just going to come back out to the page, because I just saved that theme options, and see, that nothing has changed. Now, the next thing I need to do is, go to this little section called Home Layout. We'll click on here, and we'll see, like, this is literally an entirely new area of, of creating a layout, because it's a new theme. So we have menu settings, we have page/post settings, we have advanced settings, we have top bar settings. So this theme carries with it a top bar. We have a home slider setting. You can actually set a slider on the home page with this theme as well. And a separate area for mobile. This thing is packed with features. It's just packed with layout choices and options in a completely different area. It's no longer under customize. Remember, this is an archaic way of people determining the theme layout. So this, because it's in, this must be, this theme was developed under an older paradigm. That means that, you gotta get through and figure out, okay, what's really going on. So we know that we got the footer widget here. They've got even place where you can change the logo here, logo spacing, primary menu spacing, site-wide banner. So we still haven't discovered the spot where the footer widgets are. We got the top bar, so I'm just looking through here. Homepage layout. Now this is going to determine my homepage layout. I can say, what blog posts are going to be enabled, or what different types of content are enabled or disabled on the homepage. So we can have blog posts, carousel, icon menu, the portfolio carousel settings, page content options. And then let's just look at basic settings. So we got basic styling, font color, and let's click home to the home page here. See what happens. Okay, so our home page is actually, it has currently nothing active on it. So I'm just going to throw some stuff on here really quick. Home layout. Boom. and enable that. Display the sidebar on the home page. Let's do that. Okay. We got 4 blog posts. Okay, that's fine. Change this to 4. Yeah, okay. So let's get some things showing up here. Well, I'm going to check the reading settings to make sure everything is still the same as well. Okay, so yep, homepage there. Boom. We're going to go to pages, all pages. Wow. So we got homepage here. There's 0 content on here, so boom. Just gonna throw some stuff on here. Saving that. And okay, finally something shows up because we threw some content on there, which is a little weird. All right, so the footer is still not showing up. Under settings, we're going to go to, let's go back to the appearance widgets. Let's just make sure everything's there. Okay, here's another sidebar that just showed up. Look at this. So we got 2. So this is weird. All right, so what happened is that the widgets that we had that were active fell into the inactive area. We just didn't refresh that page. So now I'm just going to drag. Okay, instead of dragging, actually I'm going to click. And I'm going to place this sidebar. Well, I'll have to drag this one. Okay. So I'm going to place this sidebar in one of the footer areas. And we're going to see, so we got footer column 1 here. We're going to put the RSS feed there. That was the inactive RSS feed. We're going to put the widget menu that was in the widgets. We're going to put that in column 2. So there'll be a little menu in column 2. We got column 3. And in column 3, we had a customizer menu. I'll just drag this just because it's a piece of content that we're going to be able to see in the footer area. We're just going to drag it to column 3. And then in column 4, I'm going to add a search bar. And I'm going to add an archives widget. So we got column 1, 2, 3, and 4 with content in it. And we will refresh this page. And voila. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I was a little bit confused in the beginning. It just turned out to be a content issue for the, it's the reason why a lot of the stuff was not showing up. Since we did activate a new theme, there's no longer a menu here up top. So what I would love to do is, I just love to place a menu as well. So I can go to theme options and see what options they also offer in this theme with the menu. So here's menu settings here. This is a little bit weird, okay? I have to admit, this is a little bit out of the ordinary, but this really allows you to control the style of your menu. It's a great theme. It's just a little bit archaic with the way they handle changing content and changing things and stuff like that, changing the way the content looks as well. Now, however, designating where the menus go is still going to be handled under the appearance menus area. So if I go under the appearance menu, I need to assign the menus that have been created. I need to assign them to different locations. So I'll go to the Manage Locations tab, and let's just add these menus into different areas. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 menu areas now. And for the primary, I can add primary to the primary area. Secondary, maybe I'll add the social menu, social media menu that I created there. For the mobile, I'll add primary to mobile because they're obviously giving you a different menu for mobile. For top bar navigation, well, at this point, we'll leave that one empty. Footer navigation, just throw in the primary menu again. So let's save the changes here. In all of the locations that we have placed our menus in will show up here on the front page. Currently, there's nothing. If I refresh this page, then I'm going to see something. So here we go. So yeah, so we got the social media menu is actually showing up here, which I would think would be the primary menu, so I could maybe switch that around. Secondary navigation, and then the primary navigation is here at the top. That looks a little weird. So let's change it up. I'm going to change this to social menu, and I'm going to change this one to primary. And it won't look as weird. So once I switch that up, come back, and that makes a little bit more sense to me. We got our primary menu here, and it has drop-down menus, our blog, homepage. We got our social media menu up here. So we go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. We have 2 blog posts showing up here. We have the home page content showing up here, which maybe I want above the blog post. So if I want that above the blog post, then for this theme alone, what I need to think about is what is that? How does it appear in the theme options? So I'm going to go to the theme options, and then I'm going to go to the place called homepage layout, home layout. So I'll go to home layout, click on home layout, and I can see right here, homepage layout manager, that latest blog posts are on top of the page title and page content. So what I'm going to do is pull this below page title and page content, save the changes, and once I save the changes, I'm going to go out to the website, and I'm going to refresh, and all right, there we go. So we've got homepage, you know, your menus, your title, your content, and your blog post. And then at the bottom, we have the 4 widget areas. And so after a little bit of searching, we did find those widget areas. So it's important for you to understand that different themes bring in different paradigms of understanding. Okay, so if I were to switch to another theme, it's going to be a different paradigm. It may use the older paradigm, which would involve you managing your theme via theme options. That's really the older paradigm. Or it may use the newer paradigm, which is managing your theme via the customizer. And that's just for like premium themes. That's not to say through using page builders. Page builders is another, are another way of building the layout of your page. And page builders give you more flexibility, more ability to change the content and make it look the way you want to look. But page builders carry their own paradigm within themselves. So that would be something maybe we have to cover at a later time. So, all that said and done, we've covered sidebars and widgets today. And the next thing, maybe we talk about is media sizes. This, don't worry about this. This is just copy and paste content here. Media sizes, okay, so why do I feel that's an important thing to cover? I think, media sizes, understanding the way they're controlled globally on your blog is, is very helpful. So if you go to under settings, media, then this is the place where you can actually control image sizes on your blog and, the different sizes that are actually created by your blog. Whenever you upload different files. So currently, the media sizes that are available for thumbnail, it's going to be 150 pixels. These are all pixel dimensions, 150 pixels by 150 pixels. And medium, the medium size is 300 pixels by 300 pixels. And you can change these. In the large size, normally this one says 1024 by 1024. I mean, that's a great size, but I would probably make it a little, maybe like 950 by, this is just an arbitrary number, but the largest size at 950 by 950 is, it's just a change in the actual media size. So this controls the sizes that you're going to see under media. So if we go to media, library, here on the home page, currently we have no images. But what I can do is if I add a new image, or even if I look at this one, then I will it'll give me the actual dimensions of the image. But when I'm inserting the images into a post, let's say I were to go back to the home page. So I'm going to go to all pages, and I'm going to go to the home page. I'm going to click edit. Homepage has doesn't have any images on it. So what I'll do is I'll add an image to the home page, and I'll demonstrate the new media sizes that I've just created. If I click on this one, then I can look here, and I'll see that there are several media sizes that have been created for this image. This one is 150 by 150, 300 by 225, and so it's giving me a scaled version of these images or these media sizes. If I click on upload files, I'm just going to select a new. File momentarily, and just going to find some arbitrary. Let's find image. Okay. Let's just go to V Smith. Let's go here, here, here. Let's find a different image. Okay. This image, dimensions of this image is 3264 by 2448. Open that image. We're going to open that image, and we have uploaded this new image. All right, there we go. So we'll deselect the other nighttime image, and we'll select this image, and we'll see what sizes are available. We got 940 by 705, 300 by 225, and a thumbnail of 150. So let's insert a thumbnail first. Okay. Let's insert another size of the same image. We're going to insert 300 by 225. We're going to insert 940 by 705. So this is giving a scaled version. It's not cropping it exactly. It's cropping it to scale. And so that's the difference. Even though I set those sizes in the media area, it's cropping it to scale. Then I'll insert the very last version, which is the full size version of this image. I'm going to update this, and then I'm going to go back out to the home page and see what happens. All right. Okay. We're going to refresh this. We did update the page, so we're going to refresh. So there we have it. These are all the different media sizes that we have now installed. Are when we uploaded the image, WordPress uploaded each one of these sizes into our uploads folder. So now we have 4 different sizes of images that we can place within a blog post or in a home page or something like that. And so media sizes are important because you want to actually use the right size image. And with WordPress 4.4, we actually have what is considered responsive images by default placed into your post. So what I'm going to do, because it is 10:15, I'm going to end this broadcast a little bit early. I do want to thank those of you who joined me briefly. We're going to do better next week. So, and then also remember to join us January the 5th at Riverside.io for the WordPress Inland Empire Meetup group. And so I hope you had a great Christmas season. I know it's a little bit insane for me to be doing this the first day after Christmas. It was a great Christmas, but we will be back on track next week, next Saturday for Saturday School. If you didn't get a chance to join us today, if you did, thank you. Even though I was running a little bit late, I would like to thank you so much for coming out, or at least viewing the broadcast. If you're catching this on YouTube, we do Saturday School every Saturday. We're going through the WP theme setup guide, and we'll have more classes coming soon. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great day.